Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another amazing week of Pulp Picks. I'm Corey.
I'm Fritz.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Patrick.
And Patrick can start us out this week.
All right. Well, I have been promoting Daredevil and Chip Zdarsky and all of its goodness. I don't know. I think maybe I'm picking 3 out of the 4 that have come out, or 2 out of the 4 that have come out. But number 4 is fantastic. It's amazing. It keeps moving at a steady clip.
A brisk pace.
Yeah, a brisk pace. The art is gorgeous. The story is building, but it still felt like there was a lot of stuff that was happening, and it wasn't just laying the groundwork for what's about to happen. It was really cool. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying everything that Chip Zdarsky is writing right now. So, yeah, come buy this book. We've got shelf copies, which astounds me too. So, it's fantastic. Sarah, what do you have this morning?
So I picked The Approach, number 1, from Boom Studios. But it's essentially this winter storm is coming, and so there's an airplane that needs to land, and so they go through everything they need to make sure that the runway is safe and everything. But after they get the expected aircraft down, there's a random 2-person plane that shows up and crashes. And they're able to save one of the pilots, but not the co-pilot. But they do a little bit of research because they're trying to figure out where this plane came from, and apparently it disappeared 27 years ago.
Literally about to say that.
So it's this big mystery, right? But by the time they get the co-pilot back to somewhere in the airport, he's died. So now it's this mystery of what's going on, and he definitely looks super decomposed and super gross. So they're not really sure why he looks the way he does. And then of course there's a fun ending. So I'm interested to see where it goes from here, but I don't want to spoil it.
It's going to be like a Lost thing, they were dead all along.
Wait, what?
Oh my God.
Oh God, I've had that queued up to watch forever. Now there's no point.
Spoiler alert, guys.
God, that joke's almost as as the show is now.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a really interesting read. I look forward to seeing where it's going from here. Fritz, what'd you pick?
So I picked Star Wars: The High Republic issue 1, not to be confused with the prior Star Wars: The High Republic issue 1. This is a new series. It's actually set 100 or something years before the previous one, so you don't even need to have read that. You should though, but you don't need to have read that to enjoy this. It's a whole fresh new start. Really been enjoying the entire High Republic era, both the comics and the books and everything. This one we've got some Jedi hanging out on Jeddah back in the Golden Age, before the Empire kind of turned it to I guess ash at the end of Rogue One. But it's really cool. We're getting to meet a bunch of the other Force groups that were active at the time. Some of them are new, some of them are kind of deeper cuts to old Legends material. I was telling them before, the Sorcerers of Toon show up, and that means nothing to them, but for me, hey, it's neat. But no, it's really fun.
It's words.
It's words. It's a bunch of tossing just proper nouns at someone and expecting them to know what you're saying. But hey, isn't that all sci-fi and fantasy at a certain point? But this is good sci-fi fantasy, whatnot. It's got a nice cliffhanger ending. It being new character, I really have no idea where it's going from here, because it's just at such a point where it's just it. How does this connect to the other High Republic stuff we've been seeing? What I don't know. It's very much its own thing, so you don't really need to know anything other than if you like Star Wars, you'll like this. Even if you don't like Star Wars, it's honestly enough of its own thing, you'll probably still like it. But great stuff right here. Over to you, Corey.
All right. So this week I picked Namor the Submariner, Conquered Shores. So this one's by Christopher Cantwell. If you haven't been reading his Iron Man run, I highly suggest picking up the trade paperbacks because it's amazing.
Dang it,
really
I forgot he was doing this book, and now I'm actually going to have to read it.
It's really good.
I saw it like when it was announced. I was like,
Cantwell.
oh god, it's Cantwell. I'm gonna have to read it, and I'm not excited to read this whatsoever. And I read it, and it was actually really good. If you like the Old Man Logan stuff, this is just kind of a different take on the futuristic, or like the future of Marvel 616. So the kind of what happens is the Kree come in and melt the polar ice caps, and the whole planet is flooded except for like minor little islands. So Namor just rules over everything. And this is set some number of years in the future. Captain America is old. Namor has gray hair. He looks like Doctor Strange almost, but with more white.
So handsomer is what you're saying.
It's got a foxy grandpa thing going on.
Nice.
But there's a bunch of cool characters in it, and the story's just solid. And like I said, if you haven't been reading Cantwell's Iron Man run, that's really good too.
Also, Pascal Ferry on the art is really good in this.
Oh, the art is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And Marita is in it, and I don't know if I
really?
said that
God
right.
Dang it. Yeah.
But
I am going to have to read this.
yeah, it's really cool. If you don't read it, I'll probably ridicule you. So make sure you stop in and pick this up. And then I have an honorable mention. They got all the honorable mentions last week.
It wasn't last week, but sure.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. Whatever.
I
Whatever.
think it was more than that.
Time
but okay.
flies when we get to spend it together. So
I guess. My honorable mention is Creepshow #1. We had so many people pre-order this after final order cutoff that we didn't have copies hit the shelf. Our awesome inventory person Sarah was able to do a reorder on some, and we got some copies for the shelf this week. And it's October. This is the perfect month to be reading a Creepshow book.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's fantastic. It was super fun.
very cool. What should they do now, Corey?
They should come in at 11 a.m. and talk to us and buy books and tell us what your picks of the week are. And follow us on social media at PulpCG on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I think that's it.
Oh, come in at 11 o'clock and
Yeah, come in
chit-chat
at
with
11.
us and pick up some good books. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
It's
Well,
you're not.
Well, what movie is that?
Wait, what? Eraser? I don't know, something like that. No, there was a short thing of physical. When does that happen? Yeah, I don't remember. No, I know which one you're talking about. That one happens in the Arctic or something. I don't remember. No, it's like a futuristic movie. Yeah. But it's like, anyway. But this is the one where he goes to meet the leader of the resistance.
Look
But
at this.
only-
Can we argue about it after the video?
So
I have to go
only
teach
mildly.
today.
All right.
Thank you.
Get on with it.
Are we ready?
Yeah.